All right. Let's make sure everything is good to go. Everything's working right.
I realized one of these pictures is actually used for the banner in the Pathfinder uh, Discord.
Which one?
The
This
one
one.
with the witch and the champion.
Yeah, I've seen that picture in a few places.
I think that picture is specific to this adventure path too, which is what they're using. The fact that it's used so frequently. It is a really nice picture. Side note regarding the iconics there, the witch I think back in 1E had a regular red fox as her familiar.
Yep.
All right.
I think they even changed it in 1E to the. I think, I'm not quite sure. I have the mini, and I painted it red because I just remembered it red. I like the. Yeah.
Fair play. But yeah, in the time since, it's changed to be a 90-year-old white fox familiar. Nifty little touch.
All right. So it is the current time right now. It is 8 o'clock in the morning, and it is the 3rd of Eridus on the year 4721. Now, all of you find yourselves in the Magaambya. More importantly, you find yourselves in well, a place of renown, a place of wonder, one of the most prestigious schools in all of Galarian, a place that brought back essentially civilization in a way, saving the lands after Earthfall, after a destructive piece of, well, a planetary body essentially smashed into Galarian. And this school was risen up by a masterful individual and his 10 warriors. And ever since then, this school has been producing students, teachers, technology, pretty much anything that's going to be helping civilization around Galarian has been occurring here in the school, the most prestigious school of the Magaambya. And in the city of Natambu, within the confines of the Mwangi Expanse, a lot of people find themselves here to pursue the studies, the arts, the abilities to improve, strengthen their lives, the lives of their friends, their family, the nation that they're going to go to. Everyone of all walks of life find themselves moving into, through, and learning amongst the faculty, the students of the Magaambya. All of you find yourselves here at this day. And it is a day of maybe wonder, nervousness, excitement. Maybe your stomach is filled with butterflies. Maybe it is filled with the possible trepidation of what to expect. Are you going to live up to the means of your sponsor, the individual that essentially helped you gain access, which most people can, but directly got you involved with coming here to this school? Moving through the streets of Natambu, you see these stone-esque streets, colorful designs all over the place, glass-fronted stores, silks of various colors. The sounds and still the sights of a traditional town city, the smell of honeyed bread, bakery, the sounds of individuals working amongst anvil and hammer, but also the other multitude of just arts. If someone came to Natambu, they would see a civilization full of individuals that are given the freedom to explore things that they really couldn't possibly do in the lands they come from. They have to focus on things that would be very easily be able to produce for commerce, for the economy. Here, you can explore. Everyone is given a chance you find yourselves inside the school. It is a nice, clear day, sunny sky, clear, comfortable temperatures right now, and you see the structures of the Magaambya around you. You see the other students, faculty, teachers, as well as the mixture of wildlife, animals, familiars, are going about their daily business. There is no one day that is set aside for new students like yourselves, initiates, to come by. They come through in all types of time and date inside the Magaambya, but your introduction to the school before picking your branch, the 5 branches of the school, before picking your studies, before giving your schedules for this academy, you are led by a teacher that's going to essentially introduce you to your new life that you will spend here for some time. Some stay here to learn the studies and leave after filling themselves with years of study. Some stay even further, becoming the faculty, become the teachers to teach the young individuals, the young minds that come here. Your path is uncertain right now, what you might do. But you have been following yourselves through these nice, colorful streets, seeing the students nearby, and the individual that is leading you, a dark-skinned individual, balding head, but wearing blue and white clothing, very, very comfortable, and he's already introduced himself. But you have heard his name, you've heard possibly the names from other students, teachers, friends of yours, but this individual is this man right here you see in chat.
Professor Alt.
Indeed it is. And as all of you are watching, he does go next to a very, very large tree. You see it provides a exquisite amount of shade. Here, to go ahead and, well, start your life here at the Magaambya. But first, questions. First, your initiation is to be done, and with that, your orientation. And you watch as Teacher Ott, now after all of you following him, he turns around, looks at all of you, given a bit of a detail in his eyes. He looks at all of you with a almost maybe uncomfortable amount of time. But he is a gentle soul with a soothing timbre of his voice. Welcome, and a kind hello, new students. It is my pleasure to instruct you. You may call me Teacher Ott. You are embarking now on a life of study and service. We see within you intellect, passion, and judgment. In short, the virtues to build upon the strengths of the thousands who have come before you. We follow the footsteps of old Magaambya, who showed us that the price of magic is the responsibility to better the world. I see that you have possible questions, but right now, if you're not sure, the group of you are, well, being set aside as a cohort, a group of individuals to help out with your initiation, with this orientation. You will work as a group, as you four, as well as some others, will be a single entity while you do your studies here amongst the Magaambya. And he motions for all of you to look at each other. And perhaps you've had a bit of talking. Maybe you came directly from the travel from the streets, maybe from boat on the multitude of canals around the city of Nitambu. But now that you get a sight of each other and you have a chance to do proper introductions, proper greetings, as now you have actually been told you are going to be the class working together, studying together, doing the prerequisite of also attending the academy, but doing the essential planning and helping of the citizens around Natambu. You will do this together as one group. And perhaps you've not spoken to each other, but now introductions can be had. So as all of you now look at each other, please start introductions. Who you are, your name, any identifying signature marks upon your body or sites, and what you kind of look like. Please start it.
You can see a young man, a young halfling, kind of like parts of his beard are coming in, but the choice to grow it out just at the edges of his mouth is maybe questionable, but he seems to have made that choice. He wears a hat and a ragged hat, but very colorful clothing. He seems to have a bag with him that is filled with many different things, and he looks at everyone here, and yeah, tries to look them up and down. And while Teacher Ott's stare unnerved him, he felt that, oh, okay, looking at people, okay, I can do that, and he does that. His name is Tarek, and if anyone has asked, he comes from far away. At least he's not a Nantambu native, and he might know some of you, some from speaking, some from seeing, and yeah, who are the others?
Who's
I'm a
next?
bit shy right now. Okay, I guess I will continue. Okay. So, while Teacher Ott was speaking, there's standing a relatively tall, half elf, and he seems to be really nodding eagerly, like he's taking everything in. Like, yeah, and he has a actually relatively loose ponytail, and I think his whole body looks like relatively laid back, but at the same time you can tell he has some kind of stance to him, like he knows what his body is and how to use it. and he's unapologetically topless as well. Like, some may find it weird, but for him it's really normal. And for like George, the way you said it, I love that. So I will imitate that as well. For the ones who may have talked to him before, they would probably know that he's also not from Natambu. But he doesn't really want to he always dodges the question as to where he's from exactly. And but other than that, I think his stance with everything, he's being open and loves to talk with people. Compared to me right now, I'm a bit nervous.
You can see when Leo's character is nodding at the teacher and being like eager. You can see sometimes Tarek just hiding behind his hand and going like this, looking up to him because there's a big height difference.
Yeah, so my character is 180 centimeters tall, so 118 meters. I think that's an equivalent to
6
6 feet.
point. Yeah.
Oh, relatively tall, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And his name is Philo.
6'2".
All right.
Whole teenager.
I was that height as a teenager, so as tall as me.
Well, you guys all know Jonas, so no changes.
No. Still give it to us. Still, we're starting over. It's a chance to do a bit of. You need to adjust some small things, but still, I'm gonna go with it. Also for the stream too. So
Yeah, so Jonas is he is a very young man, older teenager, young man, 18 years old. He has fair skin and blonde hair. He is Taldan in heritage, as a human, dressed in brown breeches and a cream colored shirt and not necessarily fine clothing, but well tailored clothing. He is new to Nantambu. He is obviously a foreigner, so he is the foreigner amongst the crew in heritage at least, and he has come to the school to learn more about the world, learn more about magic in particular. His mother back in Absalom has high hopes that he can at some point learn some magical talent that seems to run through the family but is not manifested in him yet. But he has a keen mind, very curious demeanor, and it's friendly. He's not shy in any way. Sometimes he stumbles over his words a little bit as he's talked. Sometimes he's unsure if he's saying things the right way as he's speaking a second language in the Mwangi language, but definitely a friendly soul.
He is. I love him.
And then we have Spider Woman.
Yeah. Thank you all. I wanted to go last as I'm playing the most exotic one here. The only one not humanoid from a glance. What you have before you is an Anadi, which you may not even be too familiar with. Perhaps you've seen some around Nantambu and the Magaambya specifically, but seldom they show up elsewhere. It is a human-sized jumping spider, essentially. About 5 feet-ish in length. But if you were to measure height, stands eye level with halflings. My character, Webs amidst the Forest, Navait, is very fluffy, very thick, snow white fur covers here. The thorax is mostly a light purple, light blue accents all over, and red patterns, red nubs that at the ends of her legs are her feet as well. A backpack strapped to her back looks quite loaded, and a rather large staff, which appears to be effectively just a large tree branch, more so, that's being broken off from something. One of her legs just kind of goes up and waves. But it's very difficult to it's very difficult to discern emotion on the Anadi, as she does not have the same facial structure as everyone else does.
So are you planning on playing her mainly being in her spider form?
A mix of both. A mix of both. She'll be in her spider form right now, though.
Yeah, that's fun.
Okay. Please, everyone, take in the sights and relax. You seem a bit tense right now. This is a friendly conversation. I want to get to know all of you, and you should get to know the abilities, the friendships that you would be able to build. Be able to know the strengths and the weaknesses of your friends. Friends maybe not right now, but I guarantee friends before long. But with what you are doing, this is also a test. This orientation. I am curious how you, as a whole, solve some of these issues. Now, as you know, the Magaambya is a magical school, but I do pride myself on my students that's able to solve issues with also non-magical means if need be. And I am curious on how you can right now solve a issue I have. And you watch as he now goes behind his back and grabs something and takes it. It's still in his palm in front of him, and then he kind of opens his palm and you see a candle that starts to float in the air. Can you light this candle without flint or matches? And then kind of just steps back and just watches all of you. His head kind of cocks a little bit and is curious on what you do.
I do like puzzles.
Question? Or are no questions allowed?
Questions by all means. What do you have for me, Tarek?
Does the... How much of the candle has to be left?
No, just light the candle. That is all.
I mean, it can be lit, but half of it might be gone. That all right?
I am curious on how you as a whole solve this, the words of Jonas. This puzzle, how you solve.
Eric starts looking at the other. Anyone have an idea that's not brute force?
You're supposed to use teamwork?
Traditional ways of starting a fire would involve sticks.
4 minds is always better than 1.
3.
Agreed. Yes, just 3 here.
Eric looks angrily at the tall half elf.
I don't look down.
Real quickly before we continue, I actually got some actual music for our actual game specifically, and this might be too loud, so I'm curious. So everyone real quick go to the top right to where you have that music symbol, and I'm going to play some music, and you'll see under the global amount of controls, you see Syrinscape Global and one-shots. And if this is too loud, you can adjust it right here. I'm going to go ahead and stop the traditional music and go to the actual music for our game. Okay.
That's cool. I didn't know you could connect Syrinscape to Foundry. This.
I just found that, and I'm like, you know what? They
That
have
is
they
very
have
cool.
they have Strike 1,000. I'm like, you know what? Let's put it in. And so I'm testing it right now for the first time.
Wait,
Oh,
what
sounds great.
Can we make it quieter? I cannot hear anything.
It's the global
can
line of
just-
controls, the Syrinscape slider.
I have
Ah,
I have sound controls on my keyboard, so I don't even need that.
All right.
Yeah,
must be great.
It is. It's awesome.
All right. Back to the game at hand. So, Teacher Ott is just watching all of you on what you do. So, what do you do?
So we're supposed to light the fire, but in an unconventional way.
So he didn't say fire. He just said light it.
Without flint or matches.
I think
Technically, we
And-
just have to light it without using any equipment that is provided to us.
Jonas, do you mean like that we could just light it in terms of illumination? Are you going that route?
Maybe.
I like
maybe
it.
you're just thinking about play on words somehow.
Does anyone have any sort of glass here? Sorry.
So these are skill checks, potentially.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have any spellcasting ability yet, which is why I am here. But with a little ingenuity and pluck, we might be able to solve this puzzle.
I like the idea of trying sticks. Sounds.
Sticks or maybe rocks to create sparks of some kind. We can't
Use
use
both in tandem.
our tinderbox, but
I
Now,
think a tinderbox is specifically what we're not allowed to use.
correct.
the idea of sticks rubbing together, there has been rain the last couple of days. So a lot of wood around the area, there is suitable amount of wood to potentially try this, but to see if you want to go this route and look for any actual maybe pieces of dried wood, if this is what you want to try, one of you can go ahead and give me a perception roll, open roll here, if you wanted to maybe try to find this way.
Could I use prestidigitation to dry wood?
That you can. As you go to get some bits of wooding, Jonas, you actually do discover and find some areas that have actually dried wood. And if you so much, you can gather some actual pieces of sticks of wood to literally try to start a flame using them by rubbing them together. If that's what you want to try.
Oh, look at that. There's some dry wood there. Might this work, Navate? Is that how do you say her name?
Navait, yeah. That would
Navait.
be Navait. Softy.
And Jonas hands over the wood, the dry wood to Navait.
We can try it.
All right. If you're going to try, give me a survival roll.
Okay.
You start to set, rubbing the wooding together, and as all of you watch as Neve is doing this, eventually you hear the sound. Then you see a little bit of smoke start to rise up, a bit of embers. Neve, tell me how you start the fire on the wick of this candle.
Oh yeah, no, you just described it, isn't it? Like, just got a little plank of wood, got a stick, and just like rubbing it together as far as my legs will allow. No dexterous wick.
And I think Tarek would like to bring out of his bag a little piece of a dried plant, and like use this as is it called tinder?
Mhm.
The stuff that catches the fire.
Kindling.
Kindling, exactly. Yeah.
Once we've got like a nice little ember going, let's call out to one of the others. Okay, I'm not the most dexterous. Do one of you want to grab it and light the candle? I can't do that with magic, but
I can do it. I can help you.
The candle. I don't want to get the flame to the candle. Get the candle to the flame. Come on, give me the candle.
I'm giving it to you.
Okay.
Why do
Okay.
you have to repeat yourself very
And-
much?
Oh, just for you.
so long as the flame reaches the candle, it doesn't matter which one goes which direction. Just don't throw any in the water.
Tarek holds the little budding flame we have sheltered from the wind, like this.
And
Okay.
Philo gets the candle, like trying to be very careful about it, I guess.
Okay. You take it, and not too difficult. The wick does light, and the candle does burn. And you watch as a smile does appear on Teacher Odd's face. Splendid. He comes by and quickly just cups the candle, and it's just gone in his hands. Teamwork is essential within the Magaambya. Studying by yourself is never as productive as studying with each other and solving issues together as a group of individuals. I am curious. And he looks and walks to each of you in turn after the candle's gone. To you, Tarek, what most interests you?
I I want to know more things about what we can do and how we can help those people who need it. And I there are very many things, but I, wa- I want to know how the world works. He looks away.
He goes next to you. Is it that Philo or Philo?
Oh, Philo.
Philo. All right. He goes next to you, Philo. And to you, Philo, what most interests you?
Um, I I wish to protect my friends and um I community. I
It's okay, it's okay. I'm not expecting deep answers to these questions. I just want to have you deeply consider the matters and, well, the thoughtfulness to your answers themselves. Don't be alarmed, don't be nervous. Say the first thing that comes to mind.
I want to protect.
Everyone wants to protect the ones they love, their family, their friends. Here goes next to you, Neve. And to you, what is of most interest to you, Neve?
I'd like to learn all I can about magic and unravel it, weave it into a tapestry of my own design, like Nana and Nadi before me.
Many Ananti have come through here, and that is a goal that is accessible here within the Magaambya. And to you, Jonas, what most interests you?
I want to learn it all, everything. There's so much I don't know yet. Especially secrets, but I suppose the greatest secret thing I wish to learn the most about is myself.
Everyone is always learning about themselves, about others. Even myself am always learning new things that I did not think were believable or possible or things I never even thought of. As we grow in life, no matter ancestries, elf, knoll, anati, human, always in a state of learning by those with an open mind. He now steps back, and to continue the aptitudes, he goes back into his pocket at his side now and pulls out a small bird. Can you get the feather from this bird without plucking one and puts it on the ground. Again, steps back, and you see a Takulu that woo woo, and it's a blue quail essentially that is looking at all of you a little bit skittishly, like if you do approach, it might try to run or flee. And he now just watches all of you, stroking his chin on what you do. What do you do?
Hmm.
Do I have an idea?
We could just wait until a feather falls off.
I think the bird has to use the feathers, the wings, or maybe
Oh, let it
the
fly.
fall off. Yes.
You see nearby, as you're paying attention to this little bird, there are what looks like a couple of actual very kind of low-hanging beehives. A little bit of honey is sticking to the side of a post they're on right now. And you see also nearby a rough section of kind of not a fallen, but a felled, same word, a felled tree that's cut in half to allow a bit of a seating bench. But the edges of it are a little bit rough.
I wonder if all we need is a feather in our hand. Teacher Ott didn't say that the feather needed to be separate from the bird, did he? Maybe if we could...
No, we need to acquire a feather without plucking it. We need the feather separately.
Yes, but is there a way we might be able to cajole the bird to sit in one of our hands? Wouldn't a feather? Wouldn't we then have a feather in our hands?
Even one. Many.
Many.
You can try. It is a possibility. It is watching you. It's not liking that you might get close, but it does kind of change its head when you're talking, and it's paying attention to all of you.
So what does this type of bird like to eat?
Well, let's go ahead and open roll. Go ahead and give me a nature roll.
Paul, I have a rules question.
Yes.
Mm.
It likes to eat pieces of wood.
I will try to.
Might I be able to roll esoteric lore on this?
Absolutely.
Isn't esoteric lore for like everything?
No, only with dubious knowledge, but it's
Oh.
about haunts, curses, and creatures, and this seems to be a creature.
I don't believe I've ever seen a bird like this. I hope that it eats something.
It's a
I
termite
don't
bird.
have
Oh, I don't think I've seen a bird like this either, but I'm pretty sure it's seen creatures like me, and it's not gonna like me.
Now that I think about it, I think I've never seen a bird eat. Do they even do
Yes, they yes.
that? Right.
Want to give me that roll, George?
I don't know where, but I'm just going to roll +7. I do not have esoteric lore anywhere.
Really?
And you
Yeah,
add
if
it?
you add your lore skill.
Yeah, you gotta add your
Yeah.
rules.
Yeah, but that is on. I need to modify it, so it takes charisma.
Uh-huh.
Trade. Oh, thank you.
I didn't add that. Interesting.
Ooh.
So, what you suspect? I'm gonna go ahead and give you a message here, George. There you go.
It it might like the little grubs and maggots. Does anyone have any of those? Except in your brain, Philo.
Never seen anything like it.
Well, we could
Spread the word.
dig for some, maybe.
Well, if you want bugs and maggots, then surely that hollowed out tree stump will save, no?
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a look.
Why are we trying to feed the bird again?
So we
Get
can
it to calm down. Maybe get
Yeah.
it to molt.
As you start moving, it kind of jumps a little bit. Its feathers get rustled, and then it kind of calms down, watching all of you. It starts to kind of walk away a little bit now.
Yeah, let's see if we can find some grubs in the
Yeah.
tree.
I think
Yeah.
Navai and Jonas walk over to the tree, see what we can find.
When you look at the
Wasn't there
tree,
honey on the tree?
at the
No,
beehive,
so
They do
there's
honey.
The beehive.
so
beehive.
there's a tree with a beehive, and there's like a larger tree that's fallen over and been carved into a bench, but that's a dead tree that's likely to have insects in it.
when you go near the tree, everyone, give me a perception roll. As you get near as well, you see that some of the honey that's stripped down, the plank of wood holding the beehives. Damn, Jonas. There's the beehives. You see those pieces of grass that's stuck to the honey. Tarek, you find a couple of grubs inside of the fallen tree.
Tarek passes them around, and let's see who it likes most.
It looks like
Who's,
you're used to
who's
grass.
either best with, out of character, who's best with, I guess, either nature or some kind of social skill?
Even diplomacy.
Mm. Does the basic action macros work for anyone? For me, I'm not able to. open them.
They don't work until we have a token.
Oh, I'll do that. I'll put a token on the screen. Let me do that real quickly.
And Olivia's token from her last game is on the map there.
That's Waldo. You found Waldo.
Oh yeah, that's Waldo.
Okay, it should work now.
Okay.
Oh.
I would like to perform. I would like
that's an
to
interesting take.
perform like the grub being very succulent and juicy on my hand, and showing it to the bird.
Okay. Give me a perform roll.
Should I wait for the others so the bird can decide?
It looks at all of you kind of in turn, not looking at any of you kind of with more of a just kind of casual glance.
Anyone else want to roll? Just want to ask, or should I roll? Okay, no one. I'm gonna roll.
Oh boy.
Oh my god! It's
And as you do, the bird goes and just flies away. And he watches Professor or Teacher Ott. And he claps his hands. And it goes whoosh into a little ball of mist.
So he
Did it
didn't
leave
have
any-
a bird in his pocket.
Paul,
would
did
I
it
think
leave
that-
any feathers when it ran away?
It did not. He steps back forward.
This professor's a little bit tricksy.
Everyone has a strength they consider their best. Those that have looked inwards will know their weakness. And those of a true friendship will tell them their weakness even when those do not wish to hear it. But a true friend will bolster, and help them improve. For you, Jonas, what do you consider your greatest strength?
Well, I suppose I consider it my curiosity.
Curiosity always strengthens the mind, always allows individuals to work through situations that they come across. A very good strength. For you, Nervei, what is your greatest strength?
Humility.
If I don't say so myself.
Humility is a great trait of individuals. Even old Master Yatambe and the Ten Warriors also showed very much of that quality. The strength that you consider for yourself, Philo, what might it be?
Some people say that I'm quite lucky. But that is obviously something that's not for me. But other than that, I think I'm really great at lifting things.
Physical strength. Very much
Strength is your
needed.
strength.
Very much needed in this world full of danger. Everyone has a strength of mind, character, body. He lastly turns towards you, Tarek. And for you, what is you consider greatest strength?
Tarek doesn't look him in the eye. It looks a bit away. It's the broken stick, the broken bone, and the healing of both. It looks a bit.
Learning from mistakes, from troubles, from failures, from losses is a true amount of strength. Some individuals never learn from the things that they have done, from actions that hurt their loved ones. The ones that overcome and learn from these is a true character of strength. Shall we continue? And he now does a bit of incantation, a bit of muttering of a bit of arcane language, and you see a small, harmless, Skurundi shovel snout snake with a distinctive scale pattern. And he puts it on the ground in the grass, and it coils up. Can you get a secret from this snake?
Oh dear, I do hate snakes.
He smiles, and he steps back.
Snakes. Why?
Can we
do I
get
have
a
to
what
be
from this?
snakes?
A secret.
Mm-hmm.
Philo wants to watch the scales. If they tell anything, if they have any pattern or like any injury.
Okay, I'll get to you in a second. I want to see what everyone wants to do. So for you, Philo, what do you want to do? Is everyone kind of, at least we see Tarek step forward.
I think I will have to think for a bit more as a player.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
Okay. For you, Neve, what do you do? Or want to do? Or even think?
I think I just kind of want to observe for now.
Okay.
This is a rather cryptic task.
you.
Indeed. And then for you, Jonas, what do you want to do?
First off, I want to figure out if the stinking thing is poisonous or not.
Well, you can give me
Is-
a nature or perception check.
Is it venomous? Is it safe to come close to it? See if better luck with nature this time. Nope.
Oh my god, what's up with you? Oh my.
This is
But next time,
superstition,
for
but you should change dice.
no.
All right. Well,
I've never seen this species before.
I can tell you that it is not a poisonous snake. Rather harmless.
Well, that makes me feel a little bit more comfortable with the situation.
Tarek, what do you want to do when you go forward?
I want to have a look at how the scales
Okay.
are shaped, and the colors and the pattern.
Look at the patterns. You can give me an occultism if you have it, or perception or nature. These will need to be trained.
I think it's the best to get it out first. It is a creature, so could I use esoteric lore?
You
He wants to use the
class feature.
esoteric lore for everything.
What did you say, Paul?
You can use it if you want to.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tarek definitely wants to.
Use the strength of your character.
Oh,
And the dice agree.
When you look at the snake, now you're calling upon knowledge, not actual visual observation. And what you do know of the Garundi shovel snout snake, besides having these distinctive scale patterns, they also typically have a hidden spike in the tail.
It sounds like a secret.
This snake carries a secret with it. Mostly, it's about being called a shovel snout, but it should be a tail sting.
Indeed. And as he goes to pick it up, you see that it's actually a bit blind. It has a scar over one eye, but more importantly, as it picks up, you see a twin, darker in color, actually uncoil from next to it. Two of them are actually there. And he does break incantation and again, poof, disappear. He goes back to all of you. What have you done to bolster those around you, within the Magaambya, or Natambu, or where you're from, before now? Jonas, who's up to you and asked you that?
Well, back at home in my mother's shop, I was regularly trying to help out those in the neighborhood who were folks who were in need. In fact, my mother, she taught me how to make healing potions, and I would often go out on the streets and see if I could find someone in need of medical attention. I suppose that would count, wouldn't it, teacher?
Most definitely. Helping the community is a way to help everyone, strengthen the community to not fall into recklessness, to allow everyone to know that everyone wishes to look out for one another. It will be the same here in Natambu and the Magaambya. For you, Philo, what have you done to bolster those around you?
Well, growing up, I've always lived among my people, and there was never a day where I haven't worked with them. But after a while, I've noticed that I had talents elsewhere, which is when I started to learn basic remedies with my father, who was our religious doctor. And ever since, I've been trying to help him help others. I think I think that's I think that's something where I really see myself as helping others that want to help others.
A fine trait. Always will there be death, destruction, battle within this world. Even from the smallest cut from a boar ant to the slice of a sword, there will always be the need for individuals, practitioners, to heal, to aid, to remedy injuries, those that are benign to those that are life threatening, beneficial, useful, needed by everyone. To you, Neve, what have you done to bolster the Magaambya or the community where you reside from?
I have fished, I have gathered fruit, I have helped to stockpile food, I have provided my own perspectives and insight to other students. I have woven many silks, clothing, even for the sake of boats. I have always contributed, but I cannot take full credit for any one of those things. I don't feel.
But still help that you have done. An individual that can't fish or hunt might starve if not for individuals like yourself. We here in the Magaambya and Atambu pride ourselves on helping anyone that does request it. No questions asked. This allows the Natambu to practice into a multitude of arts where you will not be able to see in most settlements around Galarian. Always within a home, a business, an open door, and an empty seat for someone that needs help, or just a quick bite to eat. You will always find help here in Natambu and the Magaambya. Lastly, to you, Tarek. And for you, what have you done to bolster those around you?
Starting in my home, while traveling, and now here, I wanted to show the things that are around you. I wanted to show the people what they might be missing, and I showed them the plants and flowers of what is around them and what they are good for good luck and for bad luck. And I showed them the curiosities I picked up on the way, and I plan to show more and to see more. And they helped me by putting food and coin in my purse and in my bag. I'm grateful.
He nods. He listens to what you have said. He steps back. How are all of you feeling? Relaxed? Nervous? Please be at ease. can't hear you.
I confess I'm a little bit nervous and excited all at the same time, really.
Everyone relax. These tests are not a means of entry or barrier into Magaambya. I'm just curious on how you solve issues together.
Are we going to receive a grade for this?
No,
I'm not sure Magaambya works on grades.
no. But this will be a way to see your own strengths, your own weaknesses, how well you handle issues together, that of the arcane or none. And he steps back again. Can you? And he now takes out from his robes a bone. You can't tell where it's from. Not human, maybe animal. Not really identifiable what it is. But he puts it on the ground. Can you soothe the soul of this bone? And steps back.
Soothe the soul? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Might be difficult if it's dead. Its soul has gone on to the boneyard. I suppose that's up to Pharasma.
And he just kind of watches.
Eric, I've been seeing you walking around with bones. Do you?
I've never soothed them. I just find them interesting.
Hey guys, I gotta go AFK quick. Sorry, I know it's on the hour end, but like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I must say, I'm glad I'm playing a jock type of character because I am having so much trouble.
You're
What
doing
do you
great.
Everyone's doing great right now.
Oh. I really did not want him to play this nervously, but it's really me.
You have to if you feel it, you kind of have to channel it into your character.
Probably. It's kind of adorable, I think.
Yeah, playing a new character always takes some time to
Yeah.
settle into it.
That's true.
No.
If
Well,
you're-
maybe if we bury the bones, because that would honor the memory and therefore the soul of the creature.
How about this? Give
I
me
wish-
a medicine or a esoteric lore if you want to.
I just
But
wish
no-
we
Oh,
I just wish we would know what kind of bone it is.
That's what this is
I
for.
think. Oh, okay.
Jonas, this is a piece of a hand bone from a dwarf.
Well, it comes from a dwarven species. How could a dwarf soul be experience rest? What could we do?
Can I do religion?
You can.
You were listening, weren't you?
Yeah. Ooh. Not a great roll.
What's with our rolls today?
You all have hero points, by the way.
Yeah,
True.
But what if we need them for later?
Right.
In
Screw it,
case you
hero
roll
point.
bad later.
Screw it, hero point.
Same thing. Yeah, Jonas will try to remember what he knows about dwarven
Oh,
faiths,
Go for it.
deities.
Oh, that's brilliant.
oh man, I was so close to the one again.
That's funny.
I might have hero pointed out a 1.
Eric would like to roll esoteric, but from the angle of like spirits and haunts and what it takes to. All right, nothing. No, no, no.
Never mind. Are you going to
Never
hear a
mind.
point that?
You don't need to. It's succeeded already. As it sent.
Yes, I believe my original intuition was right. If I remember the traditions, the lore of dwarven society and religion, I think if we buried this bone, it actually might soothe the soul of the dwarf it once belonged to. Anybody have a shovel?
I can. It's with my hands. I think I'm pretty good at this. Please don't ask why, but
Dig away, dear Philo.
Philo, what do you do?
I would just literally just use my hands
Okay.
and try to.
He's a monk, so I mean.
And I'm going to do pretty fast too.
Okay. So just quick. All right. There's a suitable hole. Do you bury the bone, Jonas?
Yes.
As you do, you cover over the
wait.
top of the dirt. Yeah.
Wait, I just want to say something as Philo. Should we perhaps say any last words?
Why don't you do the honors? I'm the religious sort.
Please be well now.
He will.
Short and sweet and to the point. I love it.
He was a dear teacher here in the Magaambya, and will be missed for quite some time. Not many answer this one successfully, but you have. He's got a smile on his face. He turns back to all of you.
I think we got an A on this one.
It's all thanks to you, Jonas.
He looks to you, Neve. What do you seek at the Magaambya?
What do I seek?
Yes.
Knowledge and stories. Understanding. Both of my own and of others.
He turns towards you, Tarek. What do you seek at the Magaambya?
The knowledge to choose the right path. And the strength to take it.
He nods. He goes to you, Jonas. What do you seek at the Magaambya?
Yes, I think my naughty friend Nait, Navait put it perfectly. Couldn't have said it better myself. Knowledge and understanding.
So do a lot of students here. To you, Philo, what do you seek here at the Magaambya?
Well, I guess I'm similar to a lot of the other students then. I also seek answers. Answers as to why. And he stops.
A place of learning, is always a place to learn answers that you have in your life, your surroundings, your dealings. Think about that question I just asked you. One last task, one last test I'm curious about. And you watch as he just looks around a little bit and just finds a small stone, about the size of this mouse. And he puts it back on the ground again. Can you make this stone dance by itself? And steps back.
Defined by itself.
I'm curious how you interpret the question. Use your own judgment.
If the idea were to be making it move without touching it, then I know how to do that. But
It's by itself, though?
that is the question, isn't it?
Maybe we can put it in the water. I mean, this rock, it looks like this because it has been turned into this by nature, by its surroundings.
It is very flat on both sides.
Seems like it has already been shaped by water.
I can see that Tarek is taken aback by that answer from Philo.
What do you want to do?
We could put it back, and not within our lifetime, but it will at some time dance, and the earth makes.
I don't
The
think
brain
that's the
takes it
idea
away.
behind the exercise.
I think with these exercises, I think there's no logic behind it. I feel like sometimes there's multiple approaches. Maybe this could be either one of the approaches or perhaps a new one.
If there are no grades there, I don't think bad answers.
There's
I'm with
no
the
such
big
thing
guy.
as a bad question, so looking at it from different angles is always a good idea.
Yeah.
So Philo makes a very good point. Be multiple solutions to it.
Philo, do you want to go with your idea? Put it back in the water?
Navayit, I don't feel comfortable in putting this into the water without your approval.
You say this to Dietrich Ott?
I say that to Navayit. Navay? Navay?
No, you said it right the first time. Don't worry.
Okay. I didn't say it to Odd. I said it to
Okay.
Navayit.
Make it skip along the water.
That would be an idea. I'm not against it.
And I think I can do it if everyone wants me to.
Yes.
You look rather
I would
acrobatic
even-
to me.
I would even dare say that I can make it skip 7 or 8 times. Anyone
That
wants
sounds
to
like
bet?
dancing to me.
Well,
Can do it. I can show you.
acrobatics, athletics, or thievery can be used here.
Okay.
There it is. There it is.
Ah!
Tell me how you play the scene out here, Philo.
Well, he confidently picks up the rock. He's really sure of himself that he can do it. And he just slenders to the water. And first he takes a look if anybody's in the water or
No.
if there's any boat approaching. And once he's really sure of himself, he does like this, and then he starts taking some chalk out of his bag and starts rubbing it in his hands. It seems like he's really used to that. And puts the chalk back into the inventory, in his bag. The bag, I think it says. Yeah, like a bag. Okay, there's a bag. I'm sorry. And then he just goes into position. And it looks like, from our standpoint, I feel like it would look like how it would look in the Olympics. Just making himself ready, breathing, really taking this seriously.
The discus.
And, like, stretches a bit, and then he starts throwing.
Okay.
And skipping.
As you do, it skips 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Might have gone further, but it hits the shore on the other side. It just clacks, falls on its side.
You didn't put it back.
I do
I think
believe
you've
that.
outdone yourself.
But
I do
it was
believe
10.
that should be an A.
Jonas, thank you so much. And he that on his shoulders, he does that. I think I
Maybe a
did
larger
it, guys.
pool of water next time.
Oh, I was really concentrated in doing a lot of skips, but yeah. Rob,
Teacher Ott has a big smile, claps his hands. He comes back forward. We're almost done. Now I am curious. For you, Nerve, once you have attained that which you seek, what goals do you wish to achieve?
I haven't thought that far.
Okay.
Go back home, maybe. Improve my community there.
Okay.
Or maybe travel and help others to better understand me and my people.
Okay. And to you, Philo, once you have attained what that you seek, what goals do you wish to achieve?
before I said that I was looking for answers, and once I have them, I'm looking to hear the answers I have made. I think it's important to share knowledge that we find.
Dare I say, giving those answers out, you might think about becoming a teacher here, or another institute.
Oh, but I'll have to see about that, but...
Okay.
And he grins a bit to himself.
He goes towards you, Tarek. Once you have attained that which you seek, Tarek, what goals do you wish to achieve?
If I have all that I seek, I think there will be something more behind it. And then again, something more behind that, and then again, something more behind that. I don't think I will, but if I do, and you can see that Tarek is, I don't know.
A never-ending puzzle. Getting to the bottom of things that don't seem obvious is on one means a path to madness, by the other hand, a path to great knowledge. even some of the most well-known scholars, wizards, amongst the world of Galarian have been in the pursuit of knowledge and the bottom of things, as it were, than anyone else. And they have left their mark upon the world. To you, Jonas, once you have attained that which you seek, what goal do you wish to achieve?
Well, always thought that I'd simply take over my mother's shop at Porphyry's Potions. That was the goal I grew up with, and yet when I left, my mother said that as I travel to lands with different horizons, that my horizons need to change. So I suppose I'll have to keep an eye out for new opportunities. I'm open to my horizons change now.
Interesting. You watch as he steps back, and he now conjures 6 symbols that start to glow in the area. These might relate to the questions in the aptitude test. They might serve a different function. They might help kindle the innate magical talent that all of you do hold coming here to the Magaambya. He does wait for all of you to choose and to see what these might actually do. But he conjures of these 6 symbols a flickering candle, a balanced scale, a multi-pronged key, pursed lips, an open hand with the eye in the palm, and a running hourglass. Now, here's how I'm going to treat this. You can change your selection later on, but I'm curious just on what these mean to you on what you choose. So give me a second. I'll put this in the chat.
This feels like a personality test so
They're
far.
putting the full list again. Yeah, this like it's like Hogwarts.
Oh, it'll be more of that.
Right.
It's the sorting hat.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Right.
are we choosing
Oh no,
our
we haven't got there
Pokemons
yet.
now?
We haven't got there yet.
Our Pokemons.
All right, so there
Alright,
are
that's,
these 6, and I'll tell you what these do
Um,
after you pick, and then you can change it if you want to. But I'm curious what you'd pick.
What language
but
is
do
that
this.
in?
It's
Do
all
we
just
all have to
in
pick the same,
no.
or is this
Individually.
individual?
Pick what you want
language have
individually.
you put that in?
It's all in the
I can't
What's-
read that.
What? Wait.
oh, put comment in your character sheet, please.
Oh.
Oh, really? It puts the language. That's cool.
Your comment is going to be the typical Magaambian common language. So
What module does that?
it is polyglot. Like here is polyglot in another language that probably no one has. It's what it looks like.
Okay, I now have 2 languages which represent 1.
Oh no.
What
Awesome.
language did you pick, Andrew?
I have Mwangi as one of my basic languages.
Mwangi is common. Mwangi is common, so just remove Mwangi.
No, I can't remove Mwangi because that's one of my basic languages.
Yeah, the common is Mwangi, so remove
Yeah,
it.
just throw
No,
comment on there.
You're
no,
not,
it-
you're not
like,
following.
I think
It is
he
a forced selection for Mwangi. So I have to add common.
Yeah, just got comment.
Okay. Well,
I still can't read it.
take Mwangi, add common Mwangi and something else then. Treat it as the same thing.
Wait, maybe Paul, you have also to repost the text.
Yeah, I can. There.
Still can't read it.
The hell?
Really?
Let me see. Press F5 on the keyboard there, Andrew. Might need a refresh. Can anyone else read it, or is it just Andrew?
Yeah,
I can.
I can read it.
Refreshing.
All right.
can read them now.
Okay, awesome. All right, so each of you, put your choice in chat.
You all want us all to post them in this at the same time?
Sure.
Then?
So is this just which one draws us?
Yeah. I'm curious your initial, just on what it is, your initial idea, and then I'll tell you what they are, and then you can change afterwards.
I have an idea.
I can't choose between two. I'm still thinking.
Yeah, I'm thinking of 2. Go with.
Should we post now then?
Yeah.
Ooh. Very interesting.
Oh my god, interesting.
That is very interesting.
Interesting.
It's funny.
Okay.
These are essentially unlocking the innate cantrips within yourself.
What?
Flickering Candle is you gain as a primal innate spell, Dancing Lights. Multi-pronged Key as innate spell, Mage Hand. Innate arcane
Okay,
spell.
make sure.
Balanced Scales is guidance under the primal tree. Pursed Lips is message under arcane. Open Hand with the eye in the palm is the shield spell for arcane. And the Hourglass is stabilize as a primal innate spell.
I almost took that one, the last one. Oh. So you said we can still switch.
So you can choose
Or
any of these
mage
if you want. Right now.
Right now.
You're gonna make your full
Okay.
selection right now.
Yeah, I think I will switch to the
Mage Hand's probably helpful for Navait.
I already have it.
Okay. Yeah, switch up then.
No.
What class is Navait? Magus?
Magus, yeah.
Magus.
Yeah, Magus.
They
Magus.
have.
Oh, damn. I like the multi-prong key though. It makes sense for the character.
Stick with it.
What is the open
Well, I mean,
hand
well, yeah.
again? That's shield.
The Open Hand
No.
is the shield spell, yes.
That would be good for monk.
Oh, and
Yeah,
they
but
never
wait.
prepare mage hand again.
But it's arcane, right?
Yes.
I'm not sure if that's.
Here.
I
See, this
think
comes
it's
out,
an
right?
innate.
Yeah, it'll be a little confusing. Let's see, if I make this bigger.
But if it's arcane, can I even choose it then? Because I want to go with
Yeah,
primal
it's just an innate
mage.
spell.
Oh.
I mean, it might make sense to have a actual tradition you're going to. If you're going primal, it might make more character sense to go with primal, but I'm not gonna hold it over.
But I think Herbert's right. I think I will go with the shield. But I'm not
Man.
sure. I think the running hourglass is so fitting.
Yeah, that's true.
It's so hard. Oh.
There we go.
Yeah, I'll keep Mage Hand.
Okay, so
I think I'm going to stick with a flickering candle.
all right, so Tarek's clicking the.
I will never have to
lights.
prepare mage hand again.
So Nevaeh's gonna go with the key.
It's the one that makes sense in character when we don't know these spells prior. Like,
Okay.
I'm not metagaming this one.
Okay, awesome. That's why I did that in the first place. All right, and Philo, what are you going with?
Yeah, I think I will stay with the running hourglass. It makes sense, and I think
And
I will took a
spellcasting
damn
machine.
time choosing between the lines.
So the
Like-
running hourglass is thematically appropriate.
Yes.
So if you choose a choice that has already the cantrip you already have, choose another arcane cantrip that fits the theme still.
Well, so like if we already have the
Yeah, mage hand. You can choose
so like
something
in my
else.
case,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Uh,
I love this song.
I do too.
Uh, the soundtrack to that game is just fabulous.
Yeah. Actually, I would love to run. Even they just made Age System 2.0 come out, so I actually wouldn't mind running an actual Dragon Age game. All right. While that's being picked out, we'll go to the final question. At the Magaambya, we seek to understand our differences, where others might dismiss a trait as irrelevant or troublesome. We understand that the things that make us unique in life are key to who we are as people. And it is who we are as people that defines our magic. Sometimes it is things that are different about us, things that societies have taught us to hate, that has shown what our talents will be. To the north, people see that children with white or red hair have strong potential for magic. Here in Natambu, we recognize that left-handed people are skilled at undoing spells. One student of mine is terrified of butterflies. Even though he considers it ridiculous, yet in exchange for this fear of fluttering whimsy, he has one of the most orderly minds for games and strategy that I have ever seen. Sometimes we do not understand our magic, and that lack of understanding causes pain. People who are uncomfortable in their own skin are incredible shape changers, but often feel unsettled until they recognize the shape they were meant to be. Those who feel an urge to jump from high places often become frightened of themselves, but they are simply channeling the untrained will to fly. Sometimes our talents are not revealed by happy means. He now goes from that joyful, smiling face to a very somber face. One student here had a family who planned her life out from birth to death, punishing her when she deviated the slightest bit. She only found freedom in the thought of her grave, and as a result, the dead began to speak to her. Here, she has freedom to choose her own path, but her necromancy remains strong. You don't have to share, but I want you to ask yourselves, what about you defines you, even if others rarely notice it? Is there something inside you that pulls at you, perhaps defying rational explanation? Thus, I return to my original question: who are you? And how can that person best be guided to grow? And he asks this to all of you, but not directly one at a time. He wants to see how all of you answer in turn, or if that's so.
Terry kind of starts to talk, and then you can see that he stops, like maybe a syllable, like and shakes his head, looks down on the ground, and just stops. He
Okay.
does not share.
What about you, Jonas?
Who am I? I'm Jonas Porphyry. A student. I'm a learner. I'm a man. I'm a boy. That's a difficult question to answer, really.
I agree. I think before I can even learn about other things I have to learn a lot about myself.
How about you, Neve?
Just kind of sits there quietly in deep contemplation. Just hardly any movement apart from like her mandibles. Like
Promise me this. During your time here, think about that question. He watches Takulu At now goes back into his robes and produces a yellow and blue bead made of durable glass. And he hands each of you this bead. Do you know what this is?
No.
It's an accessory.
These are meant to be within a string of beads at all times, worn openly to identify you as initiates to the Magaambya, as well as to let people know that you represent our school and to identify you in case you cause trouble. I ask that all of you incorporate this into your own string and have that visible at all times while you're here within Tambu and Magaambya. There is one last task I am curious about, and I'll go to that after our break.
Ooh.
Beep boop.
Aw.
love it. I can't really think of anything that would fit the keys better than Mage Hand.
Okay.
Hmm.
Like my best bet is like maybe what I stick to personally, though.
I haven't played.
I like the social element of gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, since
Yeah, that's
I've
fair.
been since I started playing Pathfinder, I've been playing like a tenth of the gaming time I've been playing before.
I love the social element of gaming, but I often have trouble engaging with that social element. So that's just kind of like a side bonus for me at times. I often do single player. I like
Like
engaging with worlds and stories, and that is something that I get a lot of mileage from, like tabletop RPGs, because
Yeah, that's what I like TTRPGs for.
it marries like that appeal of world building and like intricate stories into the social aspect, and it's like
For
Oof.
like video games, my favorite genre has always been MMOs.
Same.
MMOs are good. Anyway, I think we're all ready to get back into
Yeah.
it, and Paul's just waiting for us to.
As initiates, you will be choosing one of the 5 schools, the educational facets here, called branches. The Cascade Bearers, the Emerald Bells, the Rain Scribes, the Tempest Sons, and the Uzanati. And of these, they all have their own unique qualities, aspects of individuals that find themselves belonging to those branches. You can freely choose which branch you wish to belong to, but I am also curious on where you naturally move towards. He does another incantation and hands you each, in the air, a blue crystal about the size of the thumb. Please, hold on to these right now.
Navai, lacking particularly dexterous hands right now, just kind of clutches it with like 2 of her nubs.
Or she could use a mage hand and hold it.
As you do,
But when you've got like 8 legs, like 2 of them being unusable isn't that big of an issue.
Yeah, true.
as you do, the crystals fade away. A bit of a blue aura kind of flies around your head. And you hear in each of your minds a question. And this question, well, I am curious on how you answer this. And these questions, there's going to be a set of them, is going to determine kind of your natural aptitude of which of these branches of the school you do belong to.
I like this Fallout New Vegas aptitude test. I
Damn
love
it.
it so much.
I'm bad at these.
Now,
I never get the things I want.
some of you may have read the player's handbook that does tell you the type of schools. We're going to do that a little bit later. I want to know how you answer these questions first and then see how this plays out. So here's how it's going to play out. The first question all of you hear in your mind. A close friend has passed away. To honor them, you've got these 5 choices. Now,
I think I already have an idea.
do
but-
not tell me or not say what these are to yourselves or to chat, but message me in Discord what you choose, and afterwards you can say what it is, because now these will determine kind of the branch you belong to in the school. So number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and message me directly into Discord.
So we should message you the number.
Ooh.
Yes.
I'm torn. I'm
Oh
kind
my
of torn on
God.
this one.
So
I think.
You might know here, Herb. The music playing right now is one of my very first and lovable MMOs.
That goes way back.
It does.
Is that going to be a number of questions, or is it just the one?
Oh, there's gonna be a number of questions.
Oh my.
Oh boy.
Oh.
He's going to keep a
Take you so
tally.
long.
Yeah, I'm keeping a tally.
Oh boy.
Oh
Cool.
my god.
It's very interesting.
Please not Slytherin.
All right, I'm waiting for Tarek and Philo.
I sent it to you. I sent you mine. In Discord?
Oh, okay, I got it now.
Okay.
And Philo. Okay. All right. We go to our second question.
Can I just say, as a player, I'm so excited and a bit nervous as well. It's really-
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
Second
getting
question.
all
You are late to class, and your professor asks why. You explain that.
I think those are really good character questions as well. Like it makes
These are
you think,
really
like,
good character
oh,
questions.
this is my character. So good.
That's number one. It's so funny.
I love Answerable.
It's so good.
The sass.
That's kind of me trying to automate a process in order to save time and doing it for a whole week, not saving any time.
Oh wait, let me change my answer. I think oh, I'm not sure.
You hear in Philo's head. No, the other one. Yeah.
Strong head scratching. No, that's just okay. Oh, it's yeah.
All right. Let's see. Yours is all right. All right. For
Again, I find myself very torn.
No, actually, Paul, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This is such a good question, though.
Okay, okay, this one for sure. It's
Wait,
either one of
wait.
the- Sorry. I think that's the real reason why I was late. Is because I couldn't decide.
okay.
There you go.
Andrew, let me know when you get yours in.
I just sent it. I like the sass. Yes.
All right. Let's see.
Great. This is a great question. I was debating between that and another, but
Okay. Question 3. You find a powerful and unique magical object. You decide to.
oh, there's okay. There's two that start the same. I think this has been the easiest question so far for me. Love this music.
And Philo. Okay. Fourth question. You know someone is going to break into your home tonight. You prepare to prepare. You
The last one! Oh my god! I'm sorry. My laugh
Oh my
was so
God.
loud. I'm so sorry. Oh no.
What's the most Home Alone option?
Oh, you know what the most Home Alone option
Yeah.
is. And I'm playing the bloody spider. You know what I'm doing.
Hmm.
Done. I've decided. I hesitated. I feel like I'm probably the most predictable here. I feel like. I don't know.
Well, you're telling us your answers, so.
Not exactly. Not exactly.
Oh. But I love that. I love how you're thinking out loud. It's really fun to hear. The last one is just too funny for me, but sadly I'm not playing this kind of
It is
character.
very funny. I love it.
It's just
It's-
like, well, I guess this is my fate now.
Olivia, you did send me a message, correct?
I did, yes.
Okay. All right. Next question. You're given the keys to a museum. Your first order of business is to
Again, the last one is really funny.
So cute.
Razzle dazzle.
Razzle
Yes.
dazzle.
Razzle dazzle. Whose character would say that, unironically?
Good question. I hope the arrangement of these questions isn't like set and they're like shuffled as far as what branches they correspond to.
I'm not saying anything.
This is me thinking out loud. Well, I have scarf over my head.
Oh my god.
Okay. We go to the next one. You are now a professor, and a student has vandalized school property. You react by
Two of these feel really similar. I think. I think this is slightly more fitting for me, but yeah. Yeah, I've settled on the one that isn't.
I also hope that those are the numbers are random because it feels like I'm always picking the same number.
it does look that way right now.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, it's like when you're taking a multiple choice test and like I answered D 6 times in a row. I have to be wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Your classmates are throwing a party and asking you for your input on decorations. You respond with
No, it's gotta be this. It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
I feel like are we saying the same thing?
Here's some karaoke.
All of these are funny, really, but so fun.
okay. We now go to the next one. Oop, get out of here. Okay. You're on your deathbed and you are completing your will. An item that you pass down is
Wait, can you ask the question again, Paul?
so you're on your deathbed, so you're about to die on your bed, and you're completing your will, which you're leaving to your family.
Okay.
And what you pass down to them after you die is this.
This one's good. Too good. Goddamn.
We're about 3/4 way done.
What?
3/4?
Yeah.
How many?
Whoa.
There's 12. There's 12 questions.
Whoa.
12.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Do you want to cut it short, or you want to go with this still?
No, I
Oh, this
love
is
it.
fun.
All the way.
Okay.
But
I thought you'd have a
it's
kick
just
out.
my
I thought
time.
you'd have a kick out of this.
I was expecting like 5 or something. Damn. I love this.
But I'm still taking my time. I'm sorry. I still don't know. Okay. Volleyball.
Okay.
So we're in question 8 now. Like, with that being the deathbed as well, I thought it was going to be the last one or something.
No.
Damn. You get revived. What do you do?
That's so dumb, Andrew. But also really clever. Gotta grant you that.
We die again. How did it happen?
Okay. To the 9th question. A natural disaster is imminent, and you only have enough resources to save one building that's not considered essential. What do you choose?
This is a no-brainer.
What?
Yes.
This
Can you-
is a
can you-
no-brainer.
Can you ask the question again?
So the question is, a natural disaster like earthquake, a hurricane, tornado is imminent, about to happen. You only have enough resources to save one building that's not considered essential. What of these do you choose?
That is not considered essential? Oh,
Yes.
one building that... Okay.
Why is this one so easy to you, Andrew?
It just is.
Alright.
Again, if you understood, like, the steps I took to make my character, which...
Alright. Okay.
Some of you might already have an idea.
I think he's talking about you, George.
Well,
Well,
Huh?
no, not necessarily, but...
No.
I
Not
don't know. I just wanted to see if you
We
react.
mentioned faith. Faith was an important part of his character earlier.
Yeah. Oh. Where's my dice? I cannot. This has to be chosen.
No, you gotta pick there. You gotta pick.
Good question.
Not random. You gotta
No,
pick there.
No, that's what my character would do. If it's
All right.
too hard, you use the die.
Alright.
yeah, exactly.
You.
Okay, I got one, but that can't be it. So again. No, that can't be it.
What do you...
That's hilarious.
At that point, you're just going through the process of elimination. You don't need
okay,
dice.
I'm going with the safe route. Paul can see my safe route.
It's just funny.
Okay.
She just breaks.
All right.
Milo
Next-
is a big fan of the...
Next question in your mind. After slaying a wild creature that attacked you, you notice that it can be harvested for very rare and universally powerful components. You
Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Paul. I'm so sorry, but you know my answer.
okay?
Hmm. I think I like this one.
No.
Spider.
So cute. Ah, just the way they look into the art, into the token. It's so cute. Like coming from the top
Okay.
right.
The penultimate question. Someone
Really weird how you.
someone asked you
Episode 7.
to summarize in one word what can aid you most in life. You respond with
Hmm. I just realized that we can actually observe each other's like cases and everything, and like, cause like I went to go for one, and then I lingered, and I was and then I just saw everyone's cases like behind it. It's like, oh.
don't pay attention to that.
Honestly, I was really surprised that we're just getting an innate cantrip.
That was cool.
That was
Yeah.
so cool, and I'm really excited on what else we're going to learn.
All
So
right.
nice.
Last question.
Ooh.
You've just completed your life's work. The perfect mind spell. When you cast it,
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ah! I saw one of them and I was like, oh, this is really good. And then I got to another and it's like, oh, but this would fit. And then I got to another one and I'm like, oh.
I love you just broke up for your sound just cut through. It's so good. I love when you were screaming.
I think it's got this. Some of these to me have been very much like test of characters and like where do I sway, but like others I felt very informed by my character on what I should be picking. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
mm-hmm. All right, let me tally up really quickly. There's the last question. Let's see.
I've now realized that I've subconsciously kept some of the themes that we had in our Kingmaker game. Whoopsie doodle.
Interesting.
Trust me, it ain't rocket science.
Okay.
Right.
So, after hearing these messages in your mind, and you watch as all of you are going through this contemplation, Teacher Ott. Remember, you can still choose your branch when the time comes, but this might give you an idea. Of the 5 branches within the Magaambya here, there are the Cascade Bearers, esteem imagination, from the dreams of the most visionary magical theorist to the innovations of creative problem solvers of all stripes. The Emerald Boughs emphasize camaraderie, the sense of community and connection to fellow Magambians. They also interact with those outside Magambia and spread the Academy's message. The Rain Scribes value adaptability in thoughts and deeds, as well as a willingness to admit errors and learn from past mistakes. The Tempest Sun Mages inspire valor, not only the physical courage to stand up for friends and the school, but also the intellectual courage to consider opposing viewpoints and widen one's understanding rather than staying entrenched in a single paradigm. The Uzanati understand that knowledge lives in stories passed down through the generations and also in earning every day through personal experience. Of all of you that has taken these messages, for the ones that are of mind of many others, Tarek, you are adapted to the Tempest Sun Mages, but equally as well to the Cascade Bearers for the imagination, the Tempest Sun Mages for valor, and also lastly to the Rain Scribes for adaptability. You fit all 3 of these. Secondly, to you, Jonas, you also fit the Cascade Bearers for the esteemed imagination, as well as the Rain Scribes for the adaptability. Now, the 2 of you that are for one branch, you've shown the most aptitude towards. For you, Neve, the Uzanati, for understanding that of knowledge. And lastly, for you, Philo, you fit wholly into the Tempest Sun Mages for valor.
Sorry. I'm sorry. That's Olivia who's laughing.
Are you okay?
I'm sorry. I think I riled myself up because all the questions, they were so fun to answer, and I didn't expect to just be one. Okay. Sorry, Paul. Sorry.
I didn't
got
expect
myself-
this either.
Which one was Neve? The
Neve is the Uzanati, the knowledge.
All about storytelling. I didn't expect this. Damn.
Now,
so
ultimately,
if
you
there's
can still
multiple,
choose.
do we choose one of the two? One of them.
This was just a
No,
fun
no,
exercise to see what you kind of fit towards. You can select whatever you want. But I thought this would be a fun to see, kind of like the Harry Potter sorting hat, which you kind of are fit towards.
So explain the Cascade Bearers again.
The Cascade Bearers esteem imagination. Actually, let's do this. Let's make this easy. There we go. There's Cascade Bearers. Here is the Emerald Bough. The Rain Scribes.
Uzunjati. Probably the one in there that's the most difficult to pronounce.
Yeah, I don't know if I should pronounce J's or not in this game, so I'm just going to like silent J's.
I would say I was a bit surprised because when I was looking through the player's guide, I thought the Tempest Sun mages would fit my character best, and so I really tried not to influence myself into choosing
Okay.
answers that would be just that, and then
And you did anyway.
I did it anyway.
Nice.
It's so funny. It's so funny to me.
Well, it just means that your hunch was correct.
Guess so. Yeah, true.
She knows
I will
herself.
stay with them. Yes.
Alright, cool.
But again,
I know which one I'll choose in the end. Although, is there any mechanics connected to it, or is that all just fun flavor?
for these questions, all flavor. For the actual branch, there are mechanical benefits for going to the branches. And you can change a branch mid-career if you so want. So do you like you're changing majors, you can do that.
Can we do like double?
You can't pick multiple, I do believe. You get a secondary.
Secondary.
We can, but we don't have to, or is it a career?
I think I need to read the rules on that fully when we get there, because we're not there right now. But I do believe, from what I've read so far, you do get a second branch. It's like, yeah, it's going to be a secondary.
Okay, makes it easy for me.
I was already kind of keen on one of the branches beforehand, but now I'm just like, well, I know my secondary branch.
Awesome.
All right, we continue forward. You watch as Professor Ott. The interview is now complete. He points. This is the Spire dormitory where you will be staying while you're students at the Magaambya. This will be your home, your place of residence where you will relax, rest, sleep, bathe. There are other students here as well, but you are the cohort, and you four will be working, studying together. I will be on the way, and you are now free to explore a bit of the grounds. There will be a young woman that is waiting for you inside the dormitory. And you watch as Teacher Ott does walk away. You see some other students now watching you. No one says anything right now, but they all have been kind of paying attention a little bit, watching and not intervening or interfering with your initial orientation. And you now see the full grounds of the Magaambya. And you see this young woman is at the door, and she's wishing you to come over. All right, let me go ahead and remove this. Give me 1 second. I want to go ahead and do one thing.
Is there a map for this?
There is, but I just want to hide
Oh.
some of the rooms that you aren't going to be part of because there are other people living here. I don't want to show what's in them right now. So let's go ahead and cause this.
Well, it's so respectable that you're respecting everyone's privacy.
Uh-huh.
Really good of you.
Indeed.
creepy crawly spider. Up the spider.
Okay, so let's see. Let's put all the on the map real quickly. So let's put Jonas right here. Let's put Philo, Tarek, and
How's everyone feel about a giant spider?
Jonas finds it fascinating.
I think me personally, I love it. I think my character a bit confused about this, but doesn't want to ask. So feels like it would be nice to ask.
I think Anadi, you're from Mwangi, correct?
Yes, but you hardly see them like anywhere. There's like even amongst the Mwangi people, there is superstition that Anadia just wear spiders. But no, you see them most commonly here in the Magaambya, specifically.
Yeah, has Jonas
my
ever
knowledge.
seen an Inadi? Or
Hmm?
is it Jonas' first time seeing an Inadi?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think for my character as well.
Philo probably looks a bit suspiciously at that spider.
I think he's not looking suspiciously. I think he's really trying to do a poker face about this.
let's see. 4, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, that's how his poker face looks like.
I think I'm
Works on me.
masking very well.
What?
Oh,
Masking my curiosity very well.
Okay. This is your home.
Yay, the dorm.
Ooh, pretty. Very pretty.
And those
I hope
open
I certainly
bedrooms
hope the beds are comfortable.
are your individual rooms.
He just goes,
runs off.
runs off.
Where's my bed?
You're claiming your room right now.
Woman waiting like at the door.
Now,
Why?
don't go yet. Don't go yet.
Oh,
So
okay.
as you are moving into the interior of this place, you see a woman, and she is trying out from the dormitory as you're approaching right now, and she's shielding her head with a silk umbrella that's reinforced with dry reeds and 4 stone spires that surround the building. You are the new students, oh? You'll be rooming with us in the Spire dorm. Come in, I'll show you the place. And you see a mentioned dark-skinned woman, and here is her picture in. I'll put in chat. Let's see. Where are you at?
I'm still amused by the thought that Jonas just subconsciously dismisses it and just dashes in. Too excited.
This is her.
I hope there's plenty of. There's
This is she.
a tall bookshelf. Books.
Come in. I'll show you this place. And she
Hello,
gestures.
are you a student or a professor?
Not a professor. No, I am a student. I am S.C. Yana. And I've been here for a little bit, and, well, I am very, very curious about seeing all of you. Teacher Art was talking to you, and it's very curious. I want to see how much you bring here to the academy. But
what did he say about us?
oh, didn't say nothing. But I was curious about you with myself. But I want to go ahead. He asked me to show you the dormitory here. So please, you can get your room soon enough. And she gestures with her umbrella towards the door, and she does step back, and she welcomes all of you under this dry overhang. And you see that just at the entrance, there is another individual and you see this person. Let's see if this is the right one. Uh, Yep, all right. You see this person is kind of just sprawled down on the ground, and you see this. A catfolk that is beneath a bit of the roof and is currently holding a mango and taking slice out of it, and he's licking the juice off his fingers. His mouth spreads into a toothy smile. Care for some mangoes? And he smiles very cheerfully and gestures to the fruit. Or if you prefer, something to cheer you up from all this rain. I have some wine brewing back in my room. Don't offer them your moonshine.
I
Don't
think
do
I'm
that
gonna get
again.
along with him.
This is Cheshire. Don't become a slacker like him. I don't need to
A
study.
mango.
Americans have the best magic. Everyone says so. Essie here is trying to run the entire school, even playing teacher for some of the new students, which it looks like. You watch as Essie kind of blows out a bit of a sharp breath. Cartwright told me to get them settled. Said that handling these students was our job. Do we look like attendants to her? No, yet we aren't. He turns his attention back to peeling the skin off of another slice of the mango, and he waits a little bit before Essie just kind of shuffles and kind of scuffs the foot of the catfolk's tail and then steps over him to have him kind of go inside. And she shows all of you the dormitory. Well, I assume that you were told by Professor Ott that you are a cohort here within the dorm spire? All initiates are now going to work, and you're going to you're going to have the same class schedule and the perquisite work schedule as well. The other groups here, they're going to rotate duties and have all the cohorts are going to specifically have certain days off. Besides Cheshire, as well as myself, Ignacy as well as Anchor Root are also inside the dorm here. You will see them probably momentarily. And she now actually gives all of you a nice kind of big smiling hug.
Well, you're a kind soul. I do appreciate all the information you have to give
Oh,
us.
you're
Very
welcome,
helpful.
you're welcome.
Just add a mango to your repertoire, and you won't have to
Yeah,
listen.
I think I'm seriously craving mangoes now. I feel like I wasn't able to take one, and
Absolutely craving
I'm still-
mangoes.
now still thinking about those mangoes.
Are you friends
And-
with him?
I would like to be friends with him.
We're friends with everyone. You hear a door open, and another individual does walk out. And you see this man comes out, and let's see, which room is he in? Okay, so you see him come out of this room right here.
You said we walked past the catfolk? Or...
Yeah, you can. Yeah, she walks past him. So she does walk past.
I'm still going to take a mango.
Yeah, I'll just
Take it,
quietly
take it.
ask him
I would assume there's plenty of mangoes on hand at any time we'd want, given the fauna and the flora.
Hello. Oh, you must be the new cohorts. I'm Ignacy Cantorels, and welcome to the Magaambya. You're gonna have quite a fun time. And you see that his kind of charming smile and mannerisms seem very, very polished and almost with like a rehearsed smile. I do sell alchemical items for a reasonable fee to recoup my time and expenses. But to let you know, here inside the dorm we hold a weekly game night where everyone, all of you, would be welcome. And
Oh,
then
really? You're an alchemist? I'm trained in the skill as well.
Uh,
Where did you learn?
Splendid. I learned here and there at my home. I have a bit of a history, but I've acquired most of my studies here at the academy.
Are you skilled in making mutagens or elixirs?
A little bit of everything. I am very curious on what you are. We don't have many alchemists here. Haven't talked to one in quite some time. And then again, some aren't really worth my time as well.
Well, we'll certainly have to trade notes at some point. I would love that.
Indeed. You then watch as another door opens up to someone going, Sue! Sue! And you see, you go ahead and make sure I'm putting her in the right room. Let's see. Okay. So coming down the hallway, you're going to go ahead and see this individual. Ooh. Go here. And you see her, Sue, and she currently, it's a 3-foot tall ant, knoll. And she is currently holding a stick that is leading a fluffy chicken and is guiding the chicken around the floor to eat ants on the ground. And then she sees all of you and just runs back into the hallway. Sorry. And you see you hear the door slam close. And you see Essie just kind of shake her head a little bit. Ignacy, oh, don't mind, that's Anchor Root. She's quite the character.
Is she a student?
She is very much a student. She's a bonekeeper in training.
Seems to be quite the timid soul.
She is. In fact, she is quite well known for. During one of her presentations, she actually interrupted herself and then, flustered, just said, I'm sorry, I'm boring you, and then ran out of the room crying.
It sounds like a true kind soul.
Yeah, indeed, she is meant to take over her actual clan tribe, if you're meant to believe that.
Sounds like someone who needs a lot of guidance, I think. And
Indeed.
help and compassion and
And for you, Tarek, go ahead and give me a perception roll.
Oh, hidden.
No, open roll.
it's gonna
What
be
does
that.
it mean?
Is
It's
this
gonna be the door right
all right? I'm not going to ask if it is, but I do have keen eyes, so if I in about small details about concealed or even invisible creatures, so add a 2 if it's about that to the roll.
Okay. So as you are looking, you see him, and he kind of just looks at you with a bit of an inquisitive eye and gives you a really kind of brief smile, and you see that his hands are playing with a couple objects of esoteric lore. And he quickly puts them back, and you realize that he's also a thaumaturge. We will have to trade some notes, you and I. Interesting.
Well, what school are each of you in? Teacher Ott told us all about them, and
Mm-hmm.
but
None of us have chosen yet. We're not quite fully there, but I do believe it's going to be approaching soon. Or you can
You
be like Cheshire, who's been here for over a year, and because he's being lazy, I'm not being lazy,
you're all
so he
initiates,
says.
just like us, aren't you?
Yes, we are. You know what? I need to get
I,
going. Yes?
I was told that the prerequisite can't take that long, so that's not a surprise.
It can, or it could also be shorter.
Interesting.
This is also nice.
Please. I need to
I'm gonna
get
be
going.
AFK for just a second. I'll be
Okay.
back in a second.
He continues moving on. And you watch as Essie goes, "Here's gonna be your places. Please find a room and make yourself at home. You're gonna be here for quite some time." And she now shows you around the area. She shows you the rooms over here and here, 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 and even here. These are the spare rooms that any of you can take. The other ones already closed are meant for, well, other individuals that do live here.
Is that just a haystack in one of those rooms? What am I
Yeah.
looking at?
It could be potentially, or just a big rug, or just a very, very comfortable bed.
Because it doesn't look like a bed.
Mhm.
Looks like a spider's nest. Sorry.
To a degree.
Should we wait with the picking onto her?
Let's wait for Rose Herb to back.
Okay.
I'm kind of drawn to it specifically because it's the only one that it doesn't have a bed, like traditionally speaking.
Are we choosing rooms?
Yes.
Yep.
All these books. Did someone get that room yet?
No, we saved choosing until you got back.
Okay.
Oh, can I have this one? It has a red carpet and I see myself there.
Rolling out the red carpet.
I'd like to take the bones.
The bones. Just
I'll
the
take the
bones,
one that
not
doesn't
the
have a
room.
traditional bed.
Perfect.
Okay.
Looks like Tarek is starting by jumping on the bed.
Who's-
I like how you two
Did
ended
you
up
just say
bringing the
Tarek?
room next to each other. Good job.
And
Of course.
Tarek can hear, if Philo jumps on the bed, Tarek can hear that.
He does a quick jump. Yeah, he's trying it out.
Yeah, Jonah squats down and peruses all the books on the shelf.
Is it like those books you can find at vacation homes where there's just a random assortment of any
Right.
sort of book? Like, oh yeah, it's a book from 1974 about
There's a
chemistry.
couple books.
All right.
Navai just dives
Yes.
into this mountain of fluff.
The number one bestseller in 1983.
As you're looking about, you actually see, as you're exploring each other's rooms, you see along the wall over here what looks like a well-rendered drawing of the black and white mask of Nethys, the god of magic. And it adorns the wall with the words, "All seeing solutions, pain light, let the darkness show wisdom." It's inked into the wall next to the mask.
That's the deity that I chose.
If you're curious as you're walking by, go ahead and give me a
Religion?
Arcana, or Perception, or even potential Religion if you want to. Open rolls here, I'll allow.
I have religion, but I have Arcana as well, then that is better. So let's go for Arcana.
There's some, Jonas, you got 10 from
Jonas.
third natural
That's it,
one.
I'm using a hero point.
New house ruling.
Yeah, that is your
Oh,
god.
yeah.
Come on.
That's a bit
There you
better.
go.
That's a bit better.
New house ruling. Jonas starts with 3 hero points.
As you're looking at this drawing, you actually see behind it is an object, a little bit well hidden.
Well, look at this. Can we reach out and investigate it, touch it, grab it, see what it is?
As all of you look at your rooms, and do you leave rooms? Do you go and maybe try to mingle, look around? Do you all kind of go with Jonas, or is Jonas by himself?
Oh,
Think about that. I have to do a
Imagine
very quick bio break. I'll be right back.
okay.
I imagine we were like shown each of the rooms individually before we picked, hence where the rolls came from.
Yeah, we could assume.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that like we'll all be out and about when Jonas goes and investigates it
Yeah.
fully.
I'm wondering because I'm so close. Maybe I can hear someone going out, and I'm getting curious. But I still feel it's a bit iffy. I'm not sure.
I didn't quite understand Paul earlier. Who spoke to Tarek?
I don't know. It's a mystery.
There was no one there. We didn't see anybody. I think that's
Right, but he said he. So was it Ignacy?
Probably.
Or
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Okay.
it was who? Agnas?
Ignacy.
Ignacy seems like a little punk.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
Al-
seems
also,
like he's a dealer.
God.
Cheshire is not how I expected that to be pronounced.
Like the cat. Cheshire cat.
Yeah, but that's spelt differently.
Okay. When you do,
Put that together, that's great.
when you take a look, you see that there's actually a small magical machine that's actually behind the mask.
Well, have a look at this.
Jonas just talking to himself.
Come,
Have a look at what?
come here, everyone, look.
Alright.
I wonder if they left this here for us to investigate. Maybe it's another test of some type. I doubt someone would leave something like this unattended if it wasn't.
You're too big. Get out
Intentional.
of the way.
I guess the short people up front.
Thank you.
You see there's a slot for what looks like a silver coin. Size-wise, they're all different kind of sizes, and you can gauge, it won't fit a gold coin, but you can see what might fit a silver or even a copper coin, but it's definitely the right dimensions for a silver coin.
Well, I only have 2 of these to my name. Let's see what this does. Are you all fine with me putting a coin in?
Go ahead.
Alright, Jonas will insert a coin,
When you insert a coin,
hoping it's a slot machine.
you hear it clink down, and then the eye of the mask right by the machine actually kind of flares with a black type of light that emanates a little bit, and it just fades away. Then nothing else happens.
That was disappointing.
You luck break anything yet?
Will
Never
you please get your
calls out.
coin back?
Is it the machine that takes your coins? It looks like a machine that takes your coins.
Usually you get something in return, I would say. Huh.
Something happened with the eye of the mask, but beyond that, you're not quite sure what it means.
Who is this? And Tarek points at the mask.
Oh, this is Nethys, the god of magic and knowledge. Are you familiar with the Inner Sea gods? I suppose not.
A bit.
Not the most popular around here. Nava just kind of inserting herself into the conversation as she comes in.
The god of magic is not popular.
I suppose I'm a follower. A believer would put it a little too strongly.
Do you pray?
I'm not really the praying type, but it's good it's good to honor in some way. My mother taught me well and to be respectful.
Does he usually take coins?
Would Jonas know that this was any relationship between dropping coins in and?
So it definitely took the coin. It does something. You saw the eye flare, and if you want to have maybe an idea of what it does, I'm gonna do a hidden roll. It does with me. Actually, do the roll for me. Hold down control and click on the
Religion.
Yeah, Religion or Arcana. Make this a hidden roll for me.
And can Herb not see the roll as well?
Yeah,
Oh, no,
I can't.
Yeah, I just realized you can.
No, I can't see it.
Do you have that whisper dialogue?
It just says that I privately rolled some dice, and it's just
Oh,
question mark
they
there.
fixed it. I love it. Okay, so
That's
before it actually would show the number, so I'm glad they actually fixed that. I love that.
So we can do the hidden rolls ourselves and have no idea what's...
Yeah.
Good.
All right. So actually, I might start doing that now. In this case, it makes it easier for myself because I do use that whisper dialogue box. But you can't quite tell. It took the coin. Something is emanating briefly from the eye of the painting of the god of magic, but beyond that, right now, you have no idea what this thing does.
Oh well, I suppose I just lost a coin. Easy come, easy go.
Seems you weren't very attached to the coin.
You see the room right here? When y'all kind of maybe go about and take a look around, Essie has already kind of just let you explore on your own. Is currently talking to Cheshire. And as you look into this potential room right here, you see that this is a washroom. And you see that it contains a bit of toilets, mirrors, and wash basins for students to go ahead and freshen up.
Oh,
The toilets are the next room over.
are we Roman style communal toilets like the ancient Romans did?
Is it split by gender or
Nope.
free range?
I guess probably free range.
But that sounds weird.
Free range. We ain't no chickens.
And I can see some bath from the north. That is so.
Yes.
You can hear a little bit of sloshing water to the north.
Yeah, excuse me, guys. I think it has been a long day. I have to.
Oh, that was
As
quick.
you go inside, you see that this room is relatively cool. And you do see that there is a large amount of laundry that's in this room that's currently still kind of heaped on the ground. And it does seem to have been there for probably a couple of months, and no one's claimed it. And as you are inside, you watch as these two kind of constructs come out of the mix of clothing, and they see you, and they jump to attack you. And what you see are these.
Well, it's a great
How-
start.
How big are they?
Oh my gosh.
You can see
Origami frogs.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. They look amazing.
Oh, look at them. There they are, little
Oh.
tiny.
Oh, oh no.
Very quickly, you can go ahead and give me hidden in this case. So hold my control and give me a hidden, either esoteric lore or, well,
What kind
arcane.
of lore?
Arcana.
What? Just Arcana?
Arcana. Other ones as well be by higher DC.
I don't have Arcana.
This is something weird going on here. This is a lot of ones.
Is the door open? Like, can we see that
Yeah.
happening?
Wait, Paul,
Okay.
what can we
So,
roll? I couldn't
was
hear
it-
it. Besides Arcana, what was it?
Control and then click.
Yeah. So this could be Arcana,
That's-
religion, nature, or occultism.
So hold control and then click it.
Yeah.
Usually,
And
when
the-
I click on a skill, it opens a dialogue and I can select
Yeah.
something there, and then I take blind GM roll.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see that. That's very cool.
Yeah, if
and
you click
there's
control,
also public
it
roles,
defaults. Yeah, if you click control, it defaults to the blind GM
and
roll,
there's
but you can
private
always
GM
change it.
and the self roll. Okay, cool.
If you click shift, then it'll just roll it without giving you a choice.
This is very cool stuff. I rolled out.
Mhm. Yeah, I was going to mention out loud. So these are known as a spell scheme, and they are essentially multi-purpose objects that are essentially summoned and created, and are given a bit of a a purpose, done by rituals, and they're made up of usually scraps of fabric or paper, and infused with the magic to bring them to life. And when they're animated, they essentially fold themselves into different shapes. It's actually not done by the actual mage; they just kind of do it themselves. And these two go to attack you. They're Phila.
Great.
So, for our very, very first combat of Strength of Thousands, everyone, go ahead and give me perception initiative checks, please.
What was it we could do to pop out the combat track?
Oh, I didn't activate it. I apologize. I'm going to do it right now. You should have reminded me there, Herb. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Question, Paul.
Yeah.
About using keen eyes. I haven't done that a lot on Gilly, but I realized that now that it's about seeing hidden enemies and concealed enemies. When... Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah.
I think we ruled on that before.
What's up with us today?
I know.
There's-
We're all...
Oh my.
Some harbor rolls.
Just...
Please, it's all of us together.
Kingston.
Must be nice. No.
Woo! All right. For my first combat, the spell scheme sees Philo and just jumps, targeting Philo. And as it does, it goes in for a strike with the side of its wedged paper. And utterly misses as it does fly in. That's fantastic.
It's so swingy. It's a 20, then it's a 1.
It's really swingy today.
Yeah.
That's
It's the
very
weather.
strange.
It's the weather in Nantambu.
You watch
Today.
as it changes shape into now of a lizard and goes to bite the foot of Philo. And will hit Philo. It bites you for 6 damage.
Oh, shit.
I love these things.
I don't want to be too rules lawyery, but I think tiny creatures have to be in the same field as it. They do
Yes.
look tiny.
They do. Yeah. Yes,
Oh.
you are correct. Like, tiny creatures have like
All right.
There.
a range of like
0 feet,
each
yeah.
of
Oh.
like less than 5 feet. Yes.
Well, what are we going to do then?
I'm still gonna allow it. The brief fold. I'll just say the brief fold didn't do. It still looks like a frog. I'm still gonna attack you because I can, because I'm a GM. I'm gonna say it goes.
Ah.
Alright, it's on your turn there, Nave. What do you want to do? You see this this frog thing, in the midst of transforming into a lizard, does glide in and actually just kind of swipe the arm, or the leg, I should say, of your companion, your actual cohort, Philo.
And can I target it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From there?
Or from where you are? No, you won't be able to.
Won't be able to. No.
Nah.
No, but like if I move into position, will I be able to target it?
Yeah, if you move here, you'll be able to.
Okay, but the game is paused.
Apologies. Go.
Okay. So yeah, 5-foot step. And I'm gonna do a Ray of Frost, which I can't cast because it has somatic and vocal components, but no material components, so I'm good.
Okay. Give me that attack roll as Ray Frost emerges into the room and does hit.
Hey!
Nice.
Oh.
Give me that damage roll.
Minimum.
He takes a little bit of damage. All right. You moved, you did the spell, which means you are now done. Now it's on to you, Philo.
I would like to attack the one that is with me, but I cannot target it. Let me just. All right. Okay, now I can target it.
Okay.
Okay. I will go into my stoked flame stance
Okay.
and do a flurry of blows. I feel like I would do this a lot.
You hit.
And I will attack again. And
Flurry of blows is awesome.
and with my last action, I will cast Shield on myself.
Now, as you do strike, you watch as part of it starts to actually get little embers, and then it catches on fire.
Uh-oh.
Wait, but I'm not sure because with the stoked flame stance, I think, as far as I know, they
It doesn't.
do not give fire damage.
It doesn't, but it is a fire quality. It does catch on fire because I think it'd be fun to play this out. So it does catch on fire
That's
ever
the
so
fire
slight.
trait, then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my!
All right,
So watch out for-
Jonas,
So cool.
it's on you.
All right. Jonas sees the origami frog attacking his new friend. He will take out his short bow. So, sorry, just getting all my...
No worries.
So draw that, and then devise a stratagem.
All right.
Let me roll for that. And as he's I think my mouse is dying,
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
but I can use my laptop
All right.
touchpad. So as he's looking through it, like thinking through the strategy, realizing I can't get a very clear shot, so he decides to attack the other one normally, without devise a stratagem. Toggle that off, and takes a normal shot.
All right, that hits.
Letting loose an arrow. There's the damage, and that's his turn.
All right, fantastic. The Spellskeen, now seeing the intruder, jumps forward into the room, also onto
And I'm going to
Philo.
grab a new battery. It'll take me 30 seconds.
Okay.
So much for us being all melee. No!
Yeah, I'm just looking at it.
And
I'm like, okay,
you
I'm
get
going
hit
for it.
for 6 damage as it
Oh.
comes in and glides across your cheek, drawing a bit of blood on the side of your cheek.
Oh no.
I'm gonna have to charge in
Oh.
next turn, aren't I?
And then
Jesus.
it refolds into a crane on the ground. Tarek, it's on you.
Oh.
Eric is going to. Tarek is going to try to exploit a vulnerability. Yep, that's the whole text.
So, is
Okay.
anyone dead yet?
Wow!
No. Did you say her?
I said, did anyone die?
Not yet.
Yet, but I can
Getting
see
there.
her.
She's badly injured now.
Oh dear.
All right, so
Oh.
give me a hidden exploit vulnerability roll there, please, George.
Exactly, it's an esoteric roll. Blind gem roll. There it goes.
Oh, I forgot I could have done a recall knowledge with my.
All right, what do you want to know? It's immunities. It doesn't have any weaknesses or resistances, which you'll provide as your own, or it saves. Which one do you want to know?
Like, if it's a success, I want the highest weakness. If it does not have one, then
No weakness.
No weakness. Then I think on a success I do not get anything. It's not like a recall knowledge in that sense. It's now I can exploit the personal antithesis, which means I, because it doesn't have a weakness, I would not be able to do both. And I think I'm going to go after the one we've been
Well,
targeting.
you provide
so-
your own weakness to it now.
Exactly. Yeah. And but if I had the other one, I could know that both of
Yeah.
I could like apply the weakness of both of them.
Yeah.
So no, the personal antithesis would work. So it was be +2 on +3 on damage.
All right, but I'm curious,
no.
George. What is
Yeah.
your personal antithesis to these things? What do you bring out to make it weak?
So, first of all, I have to strike it. So I will decide exactly when I strike it.
Okay.
And the question is that if I take out my sling, is that sling already loaded? It would make sense to have in the sling a sling bullet.
Sure.
Or, all right, because with that I can use one action to interact to take out my sling, and then I can use another action to try and make a strike against it. And in there you can see that Tarek with his non-dominant left hand takes out just like a little bunch of flower petals and puts it in with a sling and starts swinging and loses it.
Okay.
Need to use this. 1 second. There are multiple pieces to this puzzle. I also have
Thaumaturge is complicated.
I also have the implements empowerment, which I can also activate, which I do. So I get, if I hit, I get the +5 to my damage.
Yes. Now, it does include automatically on your character sheet. The implement empowerment's already there. So,
Yeah, I have to tick it though.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, once you take this,
switch
it's
on and
automatically
off again.
included.
Yeah, yeah. Right. So let's see.
You hit it. Just barely.
Let's see how much damage it does. I say, watch out, Philo.
So
And
10 damage.
It should be 10 damage. Yeah.
And it really crumples and is a bit on a bit of flame. And now, what is the actual implementation since you're now doing it? What was it? Your antithesis for these things. To defeat paper, what do you have part to do it?
Very red flower petals that were put with the bullet, sprinkled on the bullet. So
Okay.
there's an association of the sun, of warmth, and of heat.
Okay. Tarek, you finished?
Yes.
The spell scheme now, partly ruined, on fire, reverts back to a frog and jumps on the pile of clothing onto the windowsill out the window. And as it does, the ground right here, well, the amount of clothing that's right there, something does start to happen.
Please help me. Please come inside. I cannot take it all alone. Please, I thought we
Oh
were
my
all meeting. No.
The clothing pile that it came from is now on fire.
Oh no.
All right, for you, Vey, what do you do?
Um. I didn't prepare any spells to bloody put out fire.
Well, there's a bath right above Philo.
There is, but Philo is kind of in the way of that.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna. What would it take to move through these guys?
Nothing.
Like through
Move
their
through 'em.
spaces? Nope. Okay, so I'm gonna move into the room.
Okay.
Go there, and I don't want to spook Philo and just like charge at this thing and try to bite it, so I'm just gonna Ray of Frost it again.
Okay. So, as the fire is starting on the clothing next to you, you do a ray of frost to just strike this thing again that's attacking a rather hurt Philo. And you hit it
We're
for
getting there.
4 damage.
We're getting
Minimal
there.
damage.
All right. For you, Philo, you see the blast come by. You see part of it is frozen now, and a section of it does break off onto the ground, and it's just a flat piece of paper on the ground now.
We'll need to get in that room.
Next to me. Like, it's also... Wait, I think Olivia just didn't get it. I didn't get it. Why
So
did you
the ray
say
of
my
frost,
name?
the ray of frost from Neve actually caused it to partly break and freeze, and you see it's blood. It's just paper on the ground.
Okay,
I don't think it bleeds, but
No.
yeah.
but it's.
Its guts are strewn about pieces of confetti.
I don't have to punch it anymore, right?
Oh yeah, it's still alive.
Oh no. Okay. Okay. It's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Again, I will just move out of the way because I'm not targeted.
Okay.
And
I think if you press Z,
Yeah. Oh, actually, move the icons.
oh,
Oh, okay.
it doesn't.
while you're
Yeah,
while
you
you're
reach
Oh,
moved
them.
over.
it's Y.
You can
George.
select them in the combat tracker as well.
It is because I have a German keyboard. For me, it was Y. Okay.
Thank you, Herb.
I will. You're another flurry of blows.
Good luck.
This little origami creature just on you.
You hit it. Nice damage. Give me a second attack there, Olivia. Oh.
Oh no.
All right. It's gonna take
Oh, no.
5 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
It has like
Oh.
16 AC or something.
for next time, do you want me to roll 2 attacks?
Yeah.
Okay, I will. And for my next action, I'm gonna take an elixir of life out
Okay.
and then drink it.
Okay.
Oh.
Recover 4 HP. Jonas, you watch as she just hit the frog origami once, it just smush, it pops back up, and then she grabs a potion and drinks it, or an elixir, I should say.
Okay, well that helps matters. I was gonna go in and give her 1. So instead, devise a strategy.
Hey, there we go.
Oh,
So it's
Not
be a
that it
critical
probably
hit.
matters, but I'm gonna enjoy doing this.
You're gonna kill it. You tell me how you kill this thing there, Jonas.
oh,
All right, arrow right through its paper eyes, and then where is it on
it was already near death.
Philo?
Well, see, it was on her shoulder.
His.
All right, and
Sorry,
then-
I have
then-
to
Sorry,
say-
sorry.
then the
Sorry,
arrow
his
will
shoulder.
then the arrow will whistle right past Philo's right ear and soar into the room beyond.
Okay.
It was
Fantastic.
already near death, and you just did 21 damage to it.
So, ending combat.
Oh no, the fire! Get the water! Get the water!
Yep,
Oh,
yep,
that's better.
that's the plan. Philo!
Oh. I will go to this bucket and quickly grab the bucket, take
Yeah, is there anything else in the room that like I can use Mage Hand to grab and just scoop some water up?
There's some buckets, but mainly the bath is just kind of flowing with a bit of water. You
Okay,
quickly,
if there's multiple buckets, cool. Philo grabs one, I Mage Hand another.
and all of you essentially start throwing buckets of water on the clothing. It does go out, and at the end of it, you have just a bunch of destroyed clothing.
Tarek wants to take like some scraps of the paper up.
Okay.
Of the origami thingies. Just puts it in his bag.
Is that flaming animation part of Foundry, or is that something?
It's a module.
Is that a module?
Yeah. I'll tell you the module it is after the little game, Herb. After the clothing has been put out on fire, and you can smell, and it's kind of a bit smoky here. What's going on in there? You see Essie come to the door, and then you see amongst the pile of clothing. Not ruined at all.
Already?
Wowie!
Um.
Oh!
Look
Well,
at that, Olivia. Boom.
Wow. Okay. But
It's
I
not
cannot
Olivia's
take-
birthday yet. What's up with this?
Yeah.
but this feels like it belongs to someone. I probably shouldn't take it.
The
How
clothing,
badly is the clothing damaged?
it's all ruined. But as mentioned, it's been here for what you can probably tell like a couple of months.
Okay.
Okay, actually, this happens a lot with me.
Clothes burning?
No, burning.
I,
I don't know. I'm not really good with fire, I think.
Oh, sorry about that.
That was
That's
quite that was quite a flashy display of pyrotechnics.
I just move so fast. It just ignites.
Oh, sorry, I should have warned you. Those are spell skeins. They actually protect the students, but I guess they didn't see us students yet, so I'll make sure that the rest of them are alerted to you. Oh, look at those gloves.
Did someone leave? Another student leave these here?
I know, those are hand wraps. No one's claimed them, so, well, I guess because you're attacked by the spell skeins, sorry. Go take the gloves.
Oh,
Huh? Welcome to the Magaambya! And she walks around and walks away.
Welcome to the Magaambya.
It's going to be very fun.
And that will end the first session.
Paul, I didn't expect the hand wraps of Mighty Blows this early. Let's just say
Nice.
that.
Boom.
What